Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you're watching a super kind of late, not really late in the day, but kind of late in the day because it's in the evening, because I wasn't able to stream earlier in the day when I normally stream live on YouTube for patrons, edition of the LockerGnome Daily Reports, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of geek news, product views, and answers that you can use, like an answer to the question that I just asked. Did I really ask it, though? I think it was more rhetorical. So thank you to the 887 patrons today, as of July 10th, 2014. I'm about 16 days shy of turning 41. I'll be live streaming my birthday with you. I don't know if I'm going to live stream it in this channel or the other one. It possibly will be the other one, if only to engender further support to let people know we have this separate YouTube channel just for the geeky kind of lifestyle stuff. That may be a 4-hour broadcast on my birthday, so it's going to be an adventure, I think. I'm hoping that on my birthday we'll reach 1,000 patrons. We got 16 days to get there. I think it's possible. I think with your help we can make it. I was busy today, as I was talking about yesterday, getting the home outfitted with SmartHome stuff, and really working inside of one ecosystem. I'm now officially a beta tester, and I mean, I beta test a lot of stuff, but I'm specifically a beta tester for a series of products that you may be able to get where you live, at least here in the United States, and I'm kind of excited about it, because it replaces a few of the things that I already had, and it does certain things better than the things that I already had. I'll be detailing that in a future video, a not too distant future video. In fact, I'm looking for your advice right now. I did a smart home 2013. Gosh, could I say that any more times in a row there? Smart Home 2013 edition in the other YouTube channel. I would have put it in this one, but it hadn't launched yet, with all these things that I had in my home that I consider smart things. So I've changed a few of those things. I have some of the same smart home things. And I'm looking for suggestions. If you have or know of something that's kind of off the radar. I mean, there's certain commonplace smart home stuff, but what about something that many people don't think about to enable certain experiences and make dumb gadgets smarter? And so I'm curious to know what you guys come up with on that front, because before I record my Smart Home 2014 in a week or so for everybody to watch, I'm looking for feedback, because I may be able to incorporate some suggestions that you have as far as smart home stuff is concerned. I'm looking down below me because my dog, Wicket, was in here a few seconds ago. I've got a few pieces of, swag on my desk. Star Wars action goodies. Swag, get it? I got swag. Okay, it worked better in my head. I've got a few things, but before I show you what I received today, let me first remind everybody that we have the 11-inch MacBook Air Giveaway on deals.lockergnome.com. That link is in the video description. Also, this Friday, tomorrow, I guess, I'm going to be uploading for everybody my new How to Start with Android video. A new device advice is out. I do a series of videos with Verizon, and it was just published today, specifically for people who are in college, students, or parents of kids who are in college. That video was specifically for them. A whole bunch of gadgets in that video, so if you're missing the hardware stuff, we're servicing you. Just gotta look. It's really not that hard. Links in the video description. Tweeted it out earlier. I even commented, so it was connected to my account that way. It's not in my channel. It's in Verizon's channel. Dan Solo Galleries on Instagram, one of those artists that I follow. People ask me to follow them all the time. All the time. Like, Chris, will you follow me? And I look at their stuff and I'm like, it's not really something I want to follow. But artists, 9 times out of 10, I will follow, especially if they do things that I think are awesome. And Dan does awesome things. He sketched this out. It's a charcoal Darth Vader. On the back, he has a personalized note. It says, "Hello, hope you like this original Vader I made. I sprayed a seal coating so the charcoal won't smudge. I enjoy the videos and pictures of you both." And he's talking about Diana. Congrats on the baby, from Dan Solo Galleries on Instagram. It's an original. I love original art. So I don't know where that's going to go yet. It looks like I get it framed. I'm running out of wall space. I don't know where it's going to go at this stage. I also have Yoda cereal from 2005. I'll never unbox these, but it came as a set. Darth Vader cereal, Yoda cereal. Did you guys even know there was Star Wars cereal? Not C-3POs. Look at that. So I got, this is for Diana, Yoda, because she likes green. She's got the Yoda collection going on. And this one is for me, Darth Vader cereal. I will not eat it. It's almost 10 years old, this Darth Vader cereal. Here. R2-D2s and Yodas and C-3POs. Not to be confused with the C-3PO cereal, which I loved when I was a kid. Lightsabers. Pretty awesome. See, they've got a little code on the bottom, including Marshmallow Darth Vader's right there. Darth Vader cereal. Yeah, I'm kind of happy to have a full cereal box in my collection that I will never eat. My top choice for Bluetooth headphones was apparently voted top choice. This came to a surprise, or came as a surprise to me, I shouldn't say, or I should say the right way. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated here. These are the headphones you see me wear as I casually get up to walk across my home office here. I've worn these on a variety of occasions, including when I travel. The Jabra Revo, and apparently I have them on backwards. Cause see, they right in the middle. It's right, it's left. There we go. So I can connect these by way of Bluetooth, super high quality sound, and I also could connect them by way of this wired connection that has a little button here that can control, like, answering the phone or pressing the home button effectively is what that acts as when I'm using it as connected to a device. So it's a fantastic set of headphones, and apparently when I went to look today, it was voted like top best awesome Bluetooth headphones ever, and I didn't even know that when I got them. I mean, I knew they were good, and I took them on review, and I picked them out specifically because I thought they'd be awesome, and it turns out, yes, apparently they are as awesome as I thought they were. That is that makes me happy when I make recommendations like these, because I have to make choices for myself when it comes to these products at times, and this was definitely one that was my choice. Link to where you can get one of your own, or a pair of your own, one, both, whatever, of your own, in this video description. You will see the ratings are super, super, super high. Not to be confused with now pot being legal in the state of Washington. Apparently, the first guy to buy pot in the state of Washington legally is lost his job. He didn't pass the drug test. This is just for real. He wanted bragging rights to do this, and it's legal. Nothing illegal about this. I can talk about it. I mean, it's just like alcohol at this point, with at least in the state of Washington and Colorado, potentially elsewhere in the world as well. Why did I say that? Oh, because I said hi, and then I made a very uncomfortable segue, as I'm prone to do. So, how's everybody's day doing? I was up early. Sorry, I just made everybody on there. I gotta be careful about doing these videos too late in the day. Baby Pirillo, when he or she comes, is really gonna disrupt my schedule, by a massive degree. Satya Nadella posted a very lengthy essay of sorts, really a manifesto for Microsoft, the new Microsoft Worldview, and you got to read it if you really want to know where Microsoft's head's at least in terms of where the CEO's head's at. You got to read this. There are very, very telling statements that were made, and I think Microsoft, as I've said for the past couple of months, with its not dismissal of Steve Ballmer, but the going away of the Steve Ballmer, forced retirement, likely, I think Microsoft's taken a turn for the better. I expect some really good things to come out of their camp. They're optimizing what seems to be a series of experiences, realizing that not everybody uses Microsoft platforms, but still wants to use the value that Microsoft might bring. I think it's a great way for Microsoft to go. I think they can become a powerful software company, and I mean powerful, because you got Apple, vertical player. You got Google, a horizontal player. I mean, and they're operating in the same space, right? Microsoft's kind of in the middle. So if Microsoft writes software and good experiences, connects the web, connects these services, connects all this data point, they can float in between iOS and Android and be agnostic. Microsoft can come out with a big fat win if they play their cards correctly. And I don't mean their Star Wars cards, which I just received yesterday from Damien, Yaya, and Ethan. They sent something for Baby Pirillo for our baby shower this weekend, which we're also streaming live in Diana's YouTube channel. And then Damien says, or Ethan, I don't know which one, says, just wanted to say that even though I don't agree with some of your ideas, the comments I still have, ideas and comments, I still have been a strong follower since your call for help years. Proof that you don't have to necessarily agree with someone on everything to find them interesting and entertaining. Anyway, my wife and 2-year-old son and I watch you guys every day during dinner, to the point where now my son repeats the outro along with you. Although I don't do the same outro in the vlogs now. I kind of cut it down, if only because some guy said it was just getting long and tedious, and the last thing I want to do is bore you. But they sent this wonderful deck of playing cards, and I say it's wonderful because Darth Vader's on it, and it is Star Wars. Seriously thinking about spinning up a Star Wars show, too. Giving it some thought, still gelling on it. I may record something sooner rather than later and get everybody's feedback on it, and might launch a separate Patreon campaign, do a series of Star Wars stuff giveaways every week for those patrons. So, Apple's App Store is 6 years old today. I was looking for an iOS device. 6 years old. Can you believe that? 6 years old. That's older than some of the people in our community. It's pretty old. I was going to tell everybody, I guess in the same breath, or trying to in the same breath. There, I've got it noted here. Angry Birds Star Wars 2 is free today in the iOS App Store and for the next week. The free app of the week is Assassin's Creed Pirates. That's worth $5 for free. I also recommend downloading the Star Wars. They What? How long was I black for? Son of a... How long... How long... Tell me I wasn't black for long. Please. Son of a... Hopefully that just happened. Oh my god, I hate YouTube sometimes. YouTube Live is so tricky. Did you guys hear anything? Where did I cut off? Where did I go black? Alright. I gotta wait for comments to catch up here. For some reason or another, the YouTube broadcaster will do that. It's really upsetting because I don't know when it happened. So, 1913. So, I wasn't black for long. And I mean, like, the screen black. I'm not, like, Lamar Wilson black. Although, I'm not... Just tell me I wasn't black screened for long. So hopefully I wasn't, because it seems that the timestamp may have been off by a minute or so. Either way, you can tell me where it cut off and I'll pick up there. Sorry about the technical difficulties. This is the problem you have when you push out live video. Canada. Now they now have NatureBox support. So if you wanted the NatureBox that you saw us unboxing and eating the snacks from, you can now get it in Canada. Save 50% on your first month subscription by going through our link, and then of course they know that the geeks like snacks. And I told them geeks like snacks. They didn't believe me. They believed me. But I said, no, I'm pretty sure my geeks they want your snacks because it's natural and healthy and yummy, especially the Pop Pops, which I'm addicted to. Patron Chris Clark tipped me off and said that the YouTube Creator Studio is now available for iOS. Had been available for Android. This is the first time I'm launching it here. Yeah. Sign in to your channel. What? I can't use my Google credentials? Oh, there we go. You can use your Google credentials. Oh, that's nice. All right. Analytics. Last 28 days. That's not bad. Almost 1 million views in the vlog YouTube channel. That's nice. Okay, cool. The Creator app. If you have a YouTube channel, you should download that for either iOS and or Android. Oh, it seems that it was 30... Oh, thank you. The comments say I was only black for just a brief while, and then it got uncomfortable when I opened my mouth again. You may have mentioned in that time me talking about the same things I've talked about before, the way to earn free apps with links in the video description. Go.tagjag.com/free apps and go.tagjag.com/free points. My Darth Vader themed 41st birthday party has been enhanced with these Darth Vader paper plates. And these Darth Vader paper plates. And these Darth Vader cups. And that's all I have around me right now. I'm going to go ahead and kick in this little presentation I got for you. Let's sit back and enjoy this. The patrons that get the credit for supporting me. If I missed your name, it could be that your payment didn't exactly go through for your pledge. Didn't mean to, but just make sure you follow up with me. I will make you happy. It's what I'm put on the earth to do, make people happy. What do you value most in a smartphone? I thought of this. There's no lead into this. It's just I was thinking, there in terms of a smartphone, I value certain things, but I think the camera. The camera is like the number one thing that I want. Not just a good, optic system. I mean the software, the hardware, and ultimately the output. I don't care how I get to it necessarily. I want it to be easy and clean, but I want good output every time. And I wish it was, at a stage where I can just tap a button and it was the perfect photo every time. It just doesn't always work that way, unfortunately. But to me, the thing I value most in a smartphone is probably the camera. Believe it or not, the camera is the thing that attracts me the most because I use it all. I mean, it's the default feature of the phone that I probably use most frequently, and when I need it to work, I need it to work. There are alternatives, but you only have like one lens there, to take the pictures through. So the camera, that's the thing I get excited about the most when it comes to a new smartphone. Usually, I mean the screen, yeah, I guess, but I like the camera. Camera's a big deal for me. Patron Josiah McLean sent a link to me that the Gotham TV show will begin telling the origins of Batman this September, and I have not watched Gotham. I have not watched Arrow. I have not watched a lot of the superhero / comic TV series. I want to get into it, but ultimately it's just like I want something that has legs. I want to know that it's going to be around. I want to know the story's good. I want to know that the action's good. I want to know the characters are good. And I guess I set my bar kind of high. I set it lower for movies because a movie, you watch it, it's there and gone, and you move on with your life. But when it comes to a TV show, it takes a while for me to get invested in a TV show. Either I have to catch an episode, or not just someone. A good chunk of people that I know and follow and trust watch the series. And if they like it, then the chances of me liking it are pretty high. I can say that Friends got me into Doctor Who. Friends got me into Game of Thrones. Friends pull me into a lot of things, and I'm happy for that. And I don't have a lot of friends. And when I say friends, I mean like people that I've been following for a long time. Not just people in the community, and I value your opinion too, because you guys come up with some amazing discoveries. And I really appreciate it. Acer's updated C720. It's the first Chromebook with a Core i3 processor from Intel. Now available for pre-order for $350. Not bad, pretty competitive as far as Chromebooks are concerned. And the fact that it's running on an Intel platform kind of gets me excited. I've been pretty happy with the Intel Android devices that I've been using to this point. My favorite Intel Android device right now is probably the Dell something 8? The Dell, it's got an 8 in it, and it's from Dell. And it looks a lot like the Nexus 7, but it's not. It's from Dell. What is it, the Mini 8? 8. Something 8. It works well. It just shows you how much of a favorite it is. See, I get it. I get these products, and they're all different. But I see so many, and there's so many names start swimming around in my head, and it's kind of overwhelming sometimes. So I tend to focus on the experience. Like, I like this one the most. That's the one I'm going to go to. And that is absolutely a go-to tablet. Dell didn't really mess with the software at all. Like, it's pretty much a stock Android experience. We're about as close to it as I would expect from an OEM. And I like it. It's very clean. It's very efficient. And as far as I'm concerned, Intel has done a pretty good job optimizing their platform for Android, and I expect that to get better in the coming years. Years and months. Apple. So in case you're wondering, if I was going to talk about Apple news before I kick in the screensaver, I'll do it at the same time. Apple is bringing iTunes extras to Apple TV, HD extras to Macs today, and iOS 8 in the fall. So, an Apple TV update, you'll get iTunes extras. Think of that like, you buy a DVD or Blu-ray. You buy a Blu-ray or a DVD, you get bonuses. That's iTunes extras. And, it could be compelling. In terms of like, do I buy the DVD? Do I buy the Blu-ray? But do I buy what? At this point, if I want to buy a movie, I probably 9 times out of 10 will go with the Blu-ray. Number one, if it comes with a Lego bonus minifigure. Number two, I'll go with the Blu-ray over a DVD because it has the code, the Flickster code, ultraviolet code so that I can watch the movie digitally. It's part of my library, and I like that. That's what I want. Costs a little more, but I'm willing to spend that money. You know, I don't really watch a lot of the extras on that stuff. But that's what happened when my dad was in recently, a recent Blu-ray acquisition, Gravity. I was told the movie was good. I wasn't that impressed with it. But Dad wanted to watch it, and we finally watched it together. I bought the Blu-ray so that he could take the disc home, and then I just used the code so that I could have it connected to my account. I hope that's legal. Did it anyway because we were waiting to rent it. I honestly, the fact that I even spent money, they should be happy about, because I would have waited to rent it for like $1 or on a redeem code, rented it for free. I really don't own a lot of movies. Got to be careful using the word own in content. I don't have licenses for a lot of movies, or I don't really buy a lot of movies. The next album I'm going to buy, I plan on buying, physical album, is next week. Weird Al Yankovic, mandatory fun. Expect that's probably going. I'm going to make that a video review. I don't do video reviews all that often, but you might remember a long time ago before we were vlogging, I did the whole trip to the store to buy the Weird Al Yankovic album, and I don't know, it's just what I like to do. So I can't wait to get the new Weird Al album on Tuesday, I believe is when it's released, the new Weird Al album. Some of you caught the Weird Al Yankovic reference in yesterday's broadcast. Some of you did not. It was a little disappointing that it went over a lot of people's head, the reference. One person did. They emailed me and said, that's hilarious. Ryan Bragg, one of our patrons, says, watching this on a Chromebook. Chromebooks work very well. Like, Diana uses a Chromebook more than she uses her MacBook. I've been looking for a way. I just hate messing with hardware. She's got an older MacBook and my old iMac, and they have hard drives in them. I want to figure out how to get SSDs in them. I got to find a local geek who can help me with that, because you got to get the right kind, and I don't know if they're accessible in the sense that I don't know if they're unibody necessarily, but taking them apart and getting everything configured, not exactly something that I enjoy doing. I don't want to ruin anything. I don't want to make a mess out of it. I'd rather have someone who's done it, the basis, do it. But I just don't know enough people in Seattle who have had that experience. And then I think I may be talking to a SSD manufacturer about outfitting those devices. SSD can really give an old system a second life, not to be confused with Second Life, the software, not virtual reality. Was it VR? No. What was Second Life? What would you call that? I don't know. Anyway, I know that by putting SSDs in her old systems, they'll run fantastically better for her. It's just I haven't done it. So Diana primarily uses the Chromebook. I mean, it's slower. Like, spec-wise, it's slower, but it's got an SSD. And most of what she's doing anyway is, like, online, like checking email and surfing the web and social and what have you. So the Chromebook is, I think, works pretty well for a good chunk of the population that otherwise would be using Windows or OS X. Chromebooks are a compelling argument. Matt Palmer says 90% of the movies are crap. It's a terrible waste of money if you have to pay to discover that. Exactly. I'll spend money. I have no problem spending money. You know me. I spend money all the time, left and right. But if I know where my value sits, I'll let's see here. I bought the Hobbit Blu-ray because I knew I liked the Hobbit. I love what Peter Jackson did. Not perfect. I think I like the Lord of the Rings. What happened with that original trilogy? Well, original Lord of the Rings trilogy more so than what's happening with the Hobbit. But still, that's something that I would want to own. The disc for, if only for bonus features. But beyond that, I mean, the average movie, I have really not a lot of desire to actually own a license for it. Star Wars is an exception to the rule. Yeah, Star Wars always makes me happy. I don't know, something about it. Can't wait for Rebels to be released. They just announced a new character the other day, or no, today. I can't remember his name. It's an Imperial officer. It was all over social this morning. Star Wars Rebels, new cartoon series coming out real soon. I think Darth Vader's going to be in it. I know Stormtroopers are in it. It takes place after Episode 3, before Episode 4. Very much looking forward to that, in more ways than one. And new lines of action figures are coming out. I just found out that there's going to be a new Jabba Skiff Guard to be released that had not yet been released. Dwalin? No. That was a dwarf. Sergeant... His first name begins with a D. And he's going to be released in a Black Series wave, and I will be getting him if only to further complete my Jabba shelf, which I really haven't started to assemble yet. I'm a little nervous about taking too many toys out of their packages now because I got Baby Pirillo on its way, and I don't yet have everything baby-proofed, and I just want to take it as slow as I can, but I'm very, very excited to be able to crack into some of that stuff. I just A, haven't had time to enjoy it, and B, I'm a little nervous because Baby Pirillo is due not long after VloggerFair. Earl Green. Earl's my pusher. I swear. He gives me news every day that I otherwise wouldn't find. Earl says, I just put an SSD in my daughter's 2012 MacBook Pro, and the performance boost is amazing. Exactly. Diana's got, oh God, what? I took pictures of it. I think it's like a 2010 MacBook, not a Pro, or was it a Pro? Low-end Pro? Low-end Pro. Should be upgradable. It's just again, finding someone to help me do it is a bit of a challenge because I'm kind of landlocked. I'm here in Seattle. Sorry that my shirt is keep falling down. It's just annoying the hell out of me. Brian Roberts says Second Life was a first-person shooter. No, it wasn't a first-person shooter. It wasn't like that at all. I mean, you could you can still. I think you can still play in Second Life. It's like a virtual world. That's what I was thinking. Virtual world. I was kind of tripped up on that. Cassie Lowe says, it's been 7 months since I bought a DVD. There just isn't anything that seems worth it because I'd only watch it once. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. And I think everyone has a different line. But I think owning physical media, it's like buying, it's CD anymore. No, I'll buy a Weird Al CD. Absolutely. I want to do it. It's a thing for me. They Might Be Giants as well. Maybe they're about the only two bands that I'd still want to buy physical discs for. Just something everyone's got a different line. Everyone's got a different thing that they do. But yeah, I'm waiting for the day where everything goes digital and is easy to access. And we're almost there. Spotify is what is really, I've been using Spotify-like services for years, but that was the one. I've been waiting forever for something like Spotify to come along, and I'm so happy that it's finally here. I knew streaming would take off. I knew. And indeed it has. It's pretty much destroyed a la carte music sales, much to the that's a pretty big deal. You can lose a lot of money if your whole model is based on something that no one's buying. Not good. So I keep yawning, and I don't mean to. I'm having problems catching my breath. I don't know why. I got a little headache. Diana's sick, as you will discover in the forthcoming vlog. She's got a virus. She's gone viral. I hope I don't get sick. I've been talking a lot today, and I've got another video I need to record for patrons only. What is your dream office setup? I'll be talking about that is today's special video. I do 5 Q&A with you and me every week. 4 of them are exclusive to patrons. 1 is for everybody to watch. Today's is exclusive to patrons. Really easy to do. To become a patron, starts at the bonuses start at $2 a month, $2 a month, a cup of coffee. $5 a month gets you even more. I'm going to be jamming even more bonuses into the $5 a month on up. $10 a month gets you even more. In fact, that's what I'm thinking in terms of qualifying for the giveaways. I'm thinking about the $5 or $10 mark on up could qualify for these things that I get that I'm never going to take out of the box. I'd rather give it away as a random gift to patrons who are coming in at higher levels because they're very, very... that helps. The more that comes in, the more it helps. Honestly, it really genuinely does. And I cannot stress enough just how much the patrons have changed my entire experience and outlook on doing content that I love to do and doing content that I think other people really like from me. Enough that you guys, watched this entire video. Oh, thank you, Ryan Bragg. Agent Callus, Kallus, is the Rebel character they announced, or the Rebels character. He looked like an Imperial officer, but Rebels is the name of the show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for another live broadcast. This was a lot of fun for me, and, like I said, I'm not feeling under the weather, but I got a little headache, and I'm getting a little worried that I'm going to get sick, because I don't want to get sick. I hate getting sick. Because if I get sick, it's going to put a crimp on a lot of the things that I do. I'd have to put certain things on pause, which would suck. It's not easy to talk when you're sick. So, and with my birthday coming up, I don't want to be sick on my birthday. Who wants to be sick on their birthday? That would suck. So, thank you again for liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, becoming a patron, watching even more of our videos right now, subscribing to our various channels, so watching everything, including the vlogs, which, there's some geeky things I put in the vlog every day. Pretty much. I mean, it's good stuff. Thank you. Thanks once again. I keep saying that, but I really do mean it. I really appreciate you spending this time with me. Time is everything. Time not important, only life and... Well, I didn't say... Fine. Time's important, life's more important. Blah, 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 blah. At this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. We'll see you later.